Welcome everybody to Sweet and Salty.
Who's sweet and who's salty?
Well, bitch, you sweet because I. It takes a lot for me to be sweet, and it takes a lot for me to look this cheap. So I got to be salty.
Okay.
Anyway, if you listen, if you know, you know.
If
I'm
you
just gonna say that.
know
If you know, you know. Because this bitch ain't sweet, but someone got to be sweet.
because I was just going to say, okay.
Someone got to be sweet, bitch. And you know my messy ass is never gonna be sweet because I'm always gonna be salty about some shit.
Same. You're like a sweet and sour charm sucker. You remember those?
I do, I
Mm,
do.
mm, they were the best.
Or like a Sour Patch Kids. I start out sour and then I turn sweet.
I'm always sour.
I'm always messy. That's why I'm baby Dr. Emily.
Mm,
Bitch, we talked about this.
mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Now before we get into these hoes, because I took some notes. I took some motherfucking notes.
Mm.
Y'all got to get into this look, darling.
Are we doing
Oh, I'm
that?
like an 808.
We doing that?
Oh, we do. Bitch, I told you it take a lot. It take a lot to look this cheap, bitch. Okay, look, everybody can't be flawless like you with no makeup, bitch. Okay, everybody can't do the no makeup challenge like you, bitch. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't take that shit on my face either.
Well, I
Why?
do, and I put this wig on my head, and I know y'all can see the lace if you're a real girl, but bitch, this only for this video because after we get done with this video, I'm snatching the shit the fuck off my head. Okay.
No, that's all right.
Oh, it's gonna
That's
be all
all
right.
right.
The bitch is gonna
Look,
be all right because bitch, I'm being
look,
listen. The face is given. The face ain't declined.
look. This is it, bitch. Look what I'm on. This been my hairstyle for the last 2 days.
I mean, at least yours is cute though. I'm gonna give you that.
Trying. I
You
just threw
eating,
some
girl.
water on it.
Well, you eating, girl. So let's do it on camera video because I
Okay.
know you gonna get some looks, and I got some looks for some of the shit you be saying, bitch. Okay. Let's see. I'm reading my notes, y'all. So when I get quiet, BB knows that when I knows this, but to all everyone who watches this video, when I get quiet, I'm probably reading my notes, and I ain't got my glasses on, so I'm trying to read this average ass print with these badass eyes.
Well, I've taken mine off just so
That part, big ol' eyes. Okay. So I mean, all right. So we gonna speed past a lot of this shit because a lot of, I really want to. Yeah, BB knows exactly where I want to get straight into because I have watched the full entirety of that episode. um, I thought so. So the relay race we picked up with the finish of that. It was cute seeing Cone, Tessa, and Heavenly work together and act like they really like each other. That was cute for the show. That was cute, I guess. Whatever. Um, but of course, they still got the butt head somewhere. And of course, Simone cheating ass one with the NFL player. But like I said on last video, shit, that's smart. I would have did the same shit too. I would have had the NFL player on
yeah.
my team, and I would have
Yeah.
lied my ass off and said, look, bitch, it was a draw. I don't got no beef for none of you hoes. So I got the NFL player. That's what I would have did. I'm just saying.
Mm.
I don't know about you, BB, but that's me. That's what I give. I know you would have did the same thing, bitch. Um, there was nothing really to give away. Oh, there is something I want to give away because I was trying to do some legwork before this live. That
Mhm.
because I know for anyone who knows BB, she don't like none of them hoes on Married to Medicine. She don't like none of them. I always got to tell her be nice because it's a TV show and a lot of them are acting, but she don't like none of them hoes. But Dr. Heavenly went on her Patreon, and I'm telling Dr. Heavenly, so don't cuss me too much out, okay? Don't do too much because I love you, and I know you messy, and bitch, I know you from Miami, and I read your ass back, bitch. But I like you, so I don't want to. But she was saying, and this leads up to what we really want to talk about. She was saying like Dr. G was already emotional. Like after the relay race, he was crying, and Daddy Damon had to come and give him a towel and put it over his head because he was crying. I don't know why the ninja was crying. I don't know. She didn't say it, but he was crying. That's my thing. Like, I mean, I don't want to. I'm trying to be sensitive because men have the stigma of be tough. We don't cry. We don't show emotions. I'm trying to be sensitive, but why was you crying? Because you fell in the water. Like what? I don't get it. I don't get it. And there's a lot of us stuff that we gonna unpack. Especially because BB don't know. Because like I said, her ass don't like these hoes, and she damn sure don't like Heavenly's messy ass. I'm shocked she like my messy ass.
Well, I love you. You're different. Heavenly, that bitch is a different kind of messy. That's that bitch you gotta fight kind of messy.
You know what? And then I'm gonna say this, and then we gonna get back on schedule. What I've noticed with Heavenly, seeing her on like Patreon instead of like just straight YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
She's playing a character to a degree. Do I think she's messy? I do. I
Yeah.
think she's messy. But I think a good portion of it is, and me and you had this conversation, but I think a big portion of it when it comes to this show is it's acting. I mean, you gotta they want this show to get picked back up because for a lot of these women, while they're still working, this is a nice big check to make them not have to work as much as they were.
Yeah,
I gotta respect it.
Yeah, because pretty soon folks ain't gonna be able to bleed that insurance the way they been going to the doctor.
Yeah. So I respect the shit. Like I mean I get it. Do I agree with it? That's what I'm saying. To a degree, I respect it because it's a job at the end of the day. I can't say what I would or would not do because of course I'm not on a reality TV show yet.
I want one. My husband already told me that if I got on a reality show, he would not be on there with me.
Oh, so we're gonna have to ambush him. Got you.
Yeah, he said he ain't finna do it. He said that's all you. If you want to do it, you do it, but that's not for me. I said,
Pull
well,
this wig down some too. That's what it was. It was my cap, and then y'all see how shady this bitch is. She ain't tell me it was my stocking cap that was showing, and not.
Bitch, I got my glasses on. I can't see.
Bitch, you had them on.
But they was dirty. That's why I took them off.
Quiet kept mine was too. Look, I'm off work today, so that's why y'all. That's even why y'all getting this shit.
I'm not.
No, you on break, but I'm gonna leave that shady comment for when it's me and you. But if you know BB, you know what my shady comment to that work comment is gonna be. If you know, you know. If you don't, mind your damn business. I ain't got a cocktail, but imagine me sipping my shit right now. Oof. Anyways. But yeah, maybe I'll be on Traders, the UK version, since they the only real ones who do real people.
Yes, they should put us on Traders. I think we would do good on there.
I would love to be on Traders.
I just want to be a trader so I can be killing bitches left and right. And be like, all right, I don't like the way this hoe looked at me this morning because she took the last boiled egg. That hoe got to go.
No, we can't do that because then that's gonna bring attention to it. So we got to wait and flush that out. Yes, strategy, bitch, strategy. We gotta be Bob the drag queen without that one little misstep.
Without that damn mouth. But all right.
Yeah.
I just one little misstep. Side note, I just don't understand how Danielle's ass is still there, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Girl.
Cause honey, you can see through that shit.
The acting ain't acting. I look cockeyed right there, but that's the look. That's the look.
It's my cockeyed. I just want to say I've been using La Roche-Posay on my face for the last week.
Oh, you've been using the roaches?
La Roche's, honey. La Roche-Posay. That shit has made my skin so soft and bright. I need my eyebrows though. I ain't got no eyebrows on.
Girl, I need mine done too, but I'm afraid I've been doing my eyebrows so damn long. Shit, bitch. Don't put that shit up there. Fuck that shit. Anyways, I love you, stream y'all. Thank you. I gave y'all money. Don't fuck with my shit, bitch. With my nice little picture background on the wall. I'm gonna when I switch up, I'm gonna be back in my living room, y'all. So don't be judging my shit now. We gonna get back to these old.
No judgment. Just get on these bitches.
So okay. Ooh, I want to get on Phaedra and her Rent-A-Man because Heavenly actually dropped some tea. Cause she asked you if you don't never watch Heavenly's YouTube, especially now that she still goes in, but she kind of holds some back. That bitch be jumping episodes ahead. Listen, that bitch be jumping episodes.
You know I gotta do Heavenly in spurts.
I know, but no, that bitch be if you listen, you ain't even got to watch the show. Watch her lives, cause that bitch be dropping shit that she ain't supposed to be dropping. I'm just saying.
They're gonna put a cease and desist on her ass one day.
Good bitch.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna say it's not. I'm gonna open this up to the Renaissance Center, and I'm gonna switch, to my living room. So Heavenly on her YouTube. I don't know if it was on her Patreon or it was on her main channel. I feel like it was on her main channel because that's the one I saw the entirety of. Is the YouTube one, which she holds back on some. She was saying Phaedra already knew that man, and she hired that man. She did a rent to check man on him because she knew that he knew Apollo, and it was a setup from the get go. Let me go switch over.
Why are we paying for niggas in 2025? Why? Phaedra Parks, you ain't an ugly girl. I'm pretty sure you could pull a man that's somewhat decent. But, ma'am, we renting men's out here? Not you hit me with the green screen, with the Married to Medicine green screen. I want a green screen.
Yes, but yes, girl. Apparently,
I want a green screen.
Because she like I said, Heavenly was telling. But yeah, we rented men's out here.
And boo to the men who allow themselves to get rented, okay? Boo to the men.
Very much boo to the men. Because, I mean, this is the thing. She said, now, this is how deep it went. I'm going to try to set this up. So I'm back in my bedroom with my picture wall, and I'm on the iPads because the computer's acting, the Spectrum is acting stupid. Fuck a Spectrum. I don't like Spectrum. Spectrum, we don't like you. We don't like you.
That's Spectrum. Why I got the AT and the T.
And that's why I need the Googles and the fibers. Now I'm giving Tony Braxton, "Unbreak my heart."
Hey. But don't say you love me again.
And you see, I even got the hers. Hers is a lot better than mine. I have more money. But when you walk down the door.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to get the wind effect, bitch. I was trying for the wind effect.
Well, girl, I gotta get my little fan because I don't want my big fan to go on because then I don't know if y'all probably gonna hear that shit.
Puppy Doggy, you gonna say hi to everyone?
Rough.
He said, "Bitch, I'm asleep." Rough. Don't mind my mess up there.
Listen, she at home, y'all. Don't mind her. She at home. But yeah. So apparently,
Oh, look what my baby got me.
What the fuck is it?
Stanley.
Oh, okay.
And it's
It
got
look all
magnets.
silvery.
And
I
it's got
say
matching. It's got matching straws and everything. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me get back.
you good. No, you good. We gonna have a conversation on the back end. But yeah, so apparently Heavenly said that even before the sweet tea event,
Mm-hmm.
that Phaedra already knew that man.
Mm.
And see, this is my problem with Phaedra, and this is a little side note because I got to go off because I see on Reddit and a lot of these forums, the Phaedra fans be going all in for her, saying that she was so needed for the show, and even Miss BB said that we needed her for the show to some degree.
Because she is all they talk about. She is giving them a storyline for the rest of the season. They gonna get their lick back from her calling them bitches. So
Oh,
they gonna get their lick back from her. So they're gonna find any opportunity.
I'm gonna say this.
Right.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna stand on it. I don't think that she's a storyline for them, and I'm gonna explain that in a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think she's a storyline for them. What I think is she pissed them off with the comment she's making on and off the show about them, and I feel like she's going to give all of us who don't want her ass on there because she don't fit. She has no connections to medicine, and she brings nothing to the table. She gonna give us what we want and get her ass on. She gonna be the reason why she not on that show no more, and she's back on Titanic as she called the housewives because they go.
And you know what I'm about to say, right? You know what I'm about to say, right?
I know. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor to say your comment.
How the fuck is Quad married to medicine
This listen.
when
I'm
she
gonna say
messing with the Rolls Royce rental car dude?
we ain't gonna go too deep in it. I'm gonna say, but I will answer that just briefly, and then we're gonna get back to Phaedra. Quad at least was married to medicine at once upon a time, and not only was she once upon a time married to it, she at least worked in a medical field. She was a sales medical sales rep or some shit. Don't get mad at people, Quad fans. I don't know what the fuck her title was, and I quite frankly don't give a shit. But I know she at least worked in the sales portion of the medical field. So I will give. I do. Do I think it's a stretch? I do. I do think it's a stretch. But at least she has actual ties that verifiable ties. Phaedra ain't had not one tie to medicine in any way, form, or fashion.
Well, she dated a man who was a doctor.
Did she date him, or did she just bring him on one day with Heavenly to say, look, I'm dating a man, so get me on the show, and we never see him
Well,
because he ain't never
if
signed it.
they
Because
mutually said that they're dating each other, then they're dating.
we don't know if it was mutual because we never seen or heard from this man to this day.
He probably owed her some money,
She probably
and
owed him some money.
or that would. But why would he come on the show? See, or she paid him to whatever. Girl, sip my shit. Mhm.
Like I said, Quad actually has verifiable ties. We verify Quad's ties. Are they a stretch? Hell, motherfucking yes. But we can verify them. And I ain't no Quad fan. I don't hate Quad, but I'm not a fan of hers. She does a lot of shit that irks my soul. But that's
To be honest, I ain't been a fan of hers since she pulled that shit with Mariah, and I'm gonna leave it right there.
we gonna leave it right there because this is not a Mariah video. Anyways, but back to Phaedra. But yeah, so they said that. Now, speaking of this, we gonna jump ahead just a little bit, and then we are gonna get back off it because I want to say that one for the next.
Okay.
Phaedra really thought she did a mic drop thing, surprising the girls with this man who they probably already knew that he was coming in the first place because they get the roster of who's gonna be on the cast trips and who's gonna film each day. So they already damn knew. I'm breaking the fourth wall. They already damn knew, but it wasn't a mic drop because it was like, girl, like Phaedra, we don't. What do we expect this type of shit from you? Some fraudulent ass shit.
Yeah. You know who I really miss on a side note
Who?
is Lisa McCoy.
Oh, you mean with her gay husband?
At least they knew who they were.
I do listen. I don't miss Lisa, but I do miss her ancient husband. I do miss him because he gave us TV. He gave us. I think he made a bit. I'm gonna give you this. I think he might be worse than Heavenly with the shit he says out his mouth, and I live for it.
I do too. That's why I miss Lisa and her
Can we
husband.
get Dr. Darren and leave Lisa Nicole off the show, please?
I'm just saying. Maybe Dr. Darren got him a new wife by now.
No, they still in a fake marriage, but he got a side chick or a side dude or both.
Oh, not a side of a side of a side of a side.
Listen, he did have way too many fraudulent slips about fraudian slips about him cheating. So I'm just saying.
Mm.
Child, y'all sitting there investigating heavily, trying to find out if Damon cheated on heavily. Shit, and I'm talking to the viewers, not the BB, of course. She already know this. But shit, y'all asses should be sitting there investigating Dr. Darren, because that nigga still cheating allegedly.
Oh wow.
I said allegedly, bitch. Don't sue me. I ain't got shit.
I'm not gonna sue you, baby.
No,
I'm
I know
just
you now. I'm talking to Darren because you know he look like one he'll use his mole power to try to sue me for shit, but I ain't got shit, bitch. So you can't get me for shit.
I'm still here. I'm waiting on my DoorDash.
You're good, girl, because you ain't offer me none, so it's all good.
I'm
Um,
sorry. My
but
husband's
yeah, that,
stepping in.
but yeah, that motherfucking fucking introduction of Shaq to the group, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. I think Phaedra thought that was gonna be like the oh shit, bitch, and it was a little lackluster.
It was. He's I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. He ain't that handsome to me.
He not. He look like a. I'm finna get canceled, but I'm gonna say the shit anyways.
Oh Lord.
He looked like the typical Nigerian scammer.
Where's the banner? Where's the banner?
So moving on back.
Kind of makes sense how they know each other then.
Hello. Oh, because listen, that was another thing Heavenly exposed on her Patreon. She said she made a comment. She said Phaedra knows all about Apollo's doings even now to this day. So Apollo, you allegedly took the fall for Phaedra, and she threw your ass to the wolves. And now you with that weird looking bitch that you married who don't want you because she cheating on your ass too allegedly. If you got a cocktail, sip your cocktail. I think next time we gonna do a cocktail one because I'm a little too messy to be sober for this shit. Blame it on the cocktail that I didn't make, y'all. Heavenly telling Simone about her messy idea of inviting Apollo, who and his wife coincidentally doesn't show up. I'm gonna ask you, BB, how in that scene where because now we get into the meat and potatoes of what I really want to talk about. How do you feel about that fake scene that seemed a little bit forced? Of Heavenly telling Simone she invited Apollo,
Yeah,
and then he said his wife ain't coming.
yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You good, girl.
You good, girl. Keep that. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. I'm sorry. I was getting my lunch. Okay. Now, what was the question? Repeat the question because I sure wasn't paying attention. I'm so
I know
sorry.
you was getting lunch, and that's all good because I understand because my fat ass is thinking about food too. But anyways, how do you feel about that scene right before the good shit where Heavenly is talking to Simone and she told Simone, yeah, I invited Apollo and Phaedra knows.
Yeah, sure.
And then
Yeah. You
they
ain't told
flash
her.
over to her talking to Apollo, and Apollo says that new ugly wife of his with the store bought booty that looks all kinds of irregular ain't coming.
So she invite. Hold on. Damn it, you heavenly. You done manufactured this whole shit. So you invite Apollo and his wife, knowing that the wife ain't coming.
No, she didn't know. No,
Allegedly,
no. Hold on. Correction. She didn't know he that the ugly wife won't come in until I think either right before they got there or when they got there. So she wasn't aware. She did invite the woman, but she didn't find out the woman won't come until after the fact.
Oh, okay, okay. But because I guarantee you, she told Phaedra it's okay for you to bring your man.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think production told Phaedra, bring your man who ain't your man until that check clear.
My man, my man, my man, my man.
When that check clear, Stacy.
Hmm. Well,
Anyways, I just felt that
which
like
check though? Because apparently the what's the name check ain't clear. Let me be quiet. Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
best
I
friend.
said what I
That's a
and
whole
I
nother.
said what I said. And I said what I said.
That's a whole nother show. We gonna get on that later.
But
Cause
okay.
I agree with you, but we gonna get on that later. I felt like we not gonna sit too long on that because now we get to the meat and potatoes. I feel like it. I feel like Simone already damn knew that Paula was invited. I feel like she knew. It felt for me. It felt like one of them fella scenes where they said, "Look, Heavenly and Simone, we need y'all to set this scene up because we finna get into the big part of the messy part of the couples trip. So give us a little filler scenes of you setting up and y'all having a little chit chat, and we gonna use this kind of like a B-roll to introduce to the big."
Cause you know damn well Heavenly took her messy ass in that place and said, "Girl, I done invited Apollo and his wife, knowing Phaedra gonna be here."
Mm-hmm.
So you know her ass did that shit.
Yeah. Uh,
Producing. Producing.
I was, in this moment though, I feel like while it's messy, I think this is a good for reality TV show wise, for us the viewer wise. I thought it
Okay.
was good in our favor, but not for their friendships that they may or may not have in reality.
Hmm.
It gave us something to talk about. It made the scene so much more interesting. It made the dynamic so much more interesting because you have
Yeah.
so many emotional highs and lows with this group. You have Sweet Tea and Dr. Squeakers going back and feeling some type of way about Quad and Adonis. Now you bring in Apollo with Phaedra, and you know how Phaedra get. Don't talk about my man. That was her whole reason why she was so bored in the first season because she didn't even want to talk about Apollo. It's just so much going. You got heavily messy ass causing all these messy ass games that she know is messy, but it's good TV. You
Cause
got
you know damn well Heavenly may have called the truce with Sweet Love, but she's still after her ass. Oop. What happened? Oop, my bad. Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we have so many highs and lows, so many highs and lows. So, and I mean, we could go deeper into all the issues, but I mean, I think the only one who really ain't got no issue at this moment is Tacky Toya, and that's because she too busy having baby showers for a stupid bag.
That was given broke
Well,
because people with money don't have baby showers for bags, but
we this is Toya we talking about. We know the bitch been broke. She been working Dr. Eugene to the damn bone so much
but
that he
wait a
done
minute.
lost 200 pounds.
You spend all these money on houses and that's your first bag like that?
And you got and she alleged and they said all the women said she has rental properties already back home in Detroit. And this your first Birkin. But then again, let's look at all her years on this. She's always
Can
she
can
just
I
got
side note? It's not even a big Birkin either.
it's not.
It's a
And
baby Birkin.
and it was ugly too. Even her son, who don't know nothing about bags, said that was so
It
ugly.
was giving clearance. It was giving discontinued.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna make
It
some
was
people.
giving refurbished.
I'm gonna make a whole lot of people mad with what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna stand in my shit. It's giving clearance for an old white rich lady who really don't need the shit.
It's giving Plato's closet.
Don't do those clothes like that. Even they wouldn't take that shit.
I'm just saying. She definitely ain't paid full price for that bitch.
No, she ain't pay full
She
price.
came up on the lick at Goodwill for that damn purse.
So that fell off a truck.
Because my next question to you, Toya, is where's the box? Where's the bag it comes in?
And then you put it in a stupid little glass case like it's a collectible or some shit.
And then got try to get mad at Contessa because she almost knocked it over.
I would have purposely knocked that shit over. Just, boom.
Bitch. As soon as I
I would
found out that was for a purse, I would have tore her damn house up.
I would have pushed that thing
We out
like
here saving lives and you having a fucking baby shower for a goddamn purse, bitch.
that all of them hoes got. And theirs is
Mm,
cute. Just saying, even Contessa's.
mm.
But I would push that shit off just like Karen push that dollar Stacy when she lightly tapped that dollar Stacy that she made that look.
Girl. Don't get me started on Stacy and that synthetical Betty Boop wig she
We
had
gonna get
on.
we get there. We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Okay, so now we get into the meat and potatoes of Married to Medicine because I really this is the part that I really in the key of Poppy. And if y'all don't know who Poppy is, go watch my motherfucking lives, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I keep cackled. This is the part where I keep cackled all night. I keep I got my life. Um I did now I don't know. Maybe and I noticed this that and this goes back to Toya to my question I always ask when I speak about Toya.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Toya really likes Eugene, really loves Eugene, or if he's just convenient. Because every time I see her talking about Quad's boo Adonis, and I know that's not his name yet, but that's what I'm gonna call him because that's what he's giving on this couple trip with his chest all out.
King.
Girl,
Ain't his name King?
yeah, it's King, but his name is Adonis in my mouth because he walking
Okay.
up. He got every scene on this couple trip. He got his chest all out, showing off his muscles. So it's gonna be Adonis for me.
Okay.
But every time Toya talks about Adonis,
Mm-hmm.
it's like she lights up, like her, like in between her
He walked
legs,
in there.
get
He walked
real,
in there.
real flooded.
Cause Toya, she probably be out there trying to figure out how she can take him from her from Quad.
That's what I'm saying. Do Toya, Tacky Toya, if you watching my video, which the chances are probably not, unless it's like 10 years later when me and BB is going on world tour with our shady ass video.
I'm gonna tell you this: if that bitch show up next season with a Rolls Royce,
We know who did it.
mm-hmm. Dr.
Um,
Eugene ain't gonna give a damn because shit, he ain't have to pay for it.
he gonna be happy because now he can parent his beautiful children appropriately.
Mm.
I know, and I know I'm jumping back, see, but Toy, I'm gonna give it back to you again, once again. Toy, that is so just so tacky of you, and so inappropriate of you to talk to your sons about what they do in the privacy of their shower.
Yeah, that's just too much.
Them
That's a lot.
them kids ain't even 15 years old, and you talking about that. They are so embarrassed. I'm 100% Team Eugene. Some things your parents just don't talk about in detail. Leave it open for if they want to talk about it, but I guarantee
Yeah,
you they're not gonna want to.
that's tough. Like it's bad enough you having that conversation with them, but then having a camera in their face. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, don't you know, kids from school these days is crazy.
And they gonna watch this shit and say, "Oh yeah, your mama said you be self loving in your bedroom at night." Like no, no. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all because when I take this off, y'all know I'm a boy when I take this off. Boys, when they get into the group, even though all of them are doing it, that's stuff that they pick on you about. They pick on you because you be doing it yourself with
Right.
Pamela. Ooh, you got Pamela back home. So
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now Pamela bitch. Good night.
listen, I don't need YouTube to flag me, so I'm trying to use safe words.
I know.
Them safe words is killing me. We can have a real conversation off this, or maybe even on the live. I don't know. I think about it.
Okay.
But that I just noticed that Steven with his shirt off. I mean, them two, Adonis and Steven, I really do feel like them two really could walk around, and it's fine. And I'm gonna go on a tangent because you know what? I actually wouldn't mind Eugene walking around with his shirt off because even though he's not giving Steven and Adonis, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like with all his weight loss from working all this time to support Toya's shopping addiction, I feel I was trying to go straight through that. I feel like he has one of the nicer dad vibes. And
Yeah,
even though he's not the most handsome man,
but
I feel
he's
like his personality just makes him so adorable.
yeah,
Like he's very handsome with his personality, but he also has a decent dad vibe shape.
he's relatable
Yeah,
in the sense of you can tell he's relatable with people. Like you have to be a doctor. You kind of have to be a people person.
yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to have a bit of personality, and I'm pretty sure he's, I don't know.
I think I would, out of all the doctors, I would rate who I would want to be. And I know this is off topic, we're a little bit off, but we're gonna get back on topic.
Okay.
I think debatably, and it depends on the day and the time and the mood I'm in. I think Dr. Eugene, Dr. Heavenly for my dental, and Dr. Simone with her big ass mouth would probably be my top three doctors I would want for their bedside manner.
Yeah, because Jackie will tell you business.
Well, my thing with Dr.
Jackie
Jackie,
will violate the hell out of HIPAA.
my thing with Dr. Jackie,
She'll violate the fuck out of HIPAA and tell all your business.
I don't even think with me, my thing with Dr. Jackie isn't even that because it's probably some shit I would tell my damn self, although it's still wrong. With Dr. Jackie, I just feel
Yeah.
like Dr. Jackie gives too much of that older black woman church woman thing where she's nice and I think she does have a good bedside manner, but I feel like it also has that underlying of shame and shame underneath it. I'm just like, I don't really want that because I already know I'm not following your instructions, and I don't need you to remind me that shit.
Mm.
And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Yeah.
But all my black folk and people who've been to the cookhouse with Big Mama, y'all get what I'm saying. Like, I know I'm not following the doctor's orders. So I don't want you like, all right, darling. I know you ain't been following my instructions because all your charts is telling on you. I don't
Hmm.
want that. I want like like what Dr. Simone might be like with her big mouth and them big old teeth and them gums that never end. She sit there and make jokes about it, and then we be sitting there laughing all loud and appropriately, having her front desk people wonder why we so loud. That is fine because then I feel like, okay, girl, we joking. You getting on my ass, but we still joking with it.
Right.
And Dr. Heavily is gonna be so damn messy that it's gonna be funny, and I'm gonna be like, look here, Heavily, we gonna have to fight at the at the end of this damn shit. But at least I like the fact that you actually give a damn about my health. But we got to fight now, so now we gonna have to fight. I don't know who gonna beat who ass because you from Miami and I'm from where I'm from. But I'm gonna love you, and I might have to find another dentist. But I know you care, so I'm gonna try to come back.
But what that's supposed to mean?
Heavily messy bitch who give a shit about people she care about.
I'm talking about where you from. What that's supposed to mean?
Oh, girl, you listen. You know where I'm from, and I know
Catch
where
it.
you're from.
Catch it.
Listen, me and her, and you know this because you've been around the world. Yeah. Where I'm from and where she from, they actually resemble really, really closely. One is just southern, and one is just northern. That's it. That's it. That's all. But Dr. Eugene, I feel like Dr. Eugene, debatably, he might be the one who might be the most professional with the bedside manner. And that's not saying that the other doctors are not professional. I think every
Yeah.
last one of them, including Dr. Scott and Dr. Contessa, are professional. But I just feel like he's the most professional in the sense of his bedside manner is very much,
Demeanor. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, but I definitely think that all the doctors have a beautiful professional bedside manner. I think with the exception of Dr. Greg, because I can't fake the funk. I don't see it. But I think Dr. Greg is very unprofessional. I think he gives a very bad impression of psychiatrists. I don't know. I'm not even gonna fake
I
that.
don't know.
And
I don't know.
looking at his reviews from people who went there, all throughout this his time on the show, before and after, his practices don't really have that good of reviews.
Mm. Well, I don't.
And I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna take it even further, and I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna stand in it. What we've seen of him kind of gives an indication of his profession of some form of his professional stature. It may not be 100%, but it gives something. I mean, if I'm going to a psychiatrist, I'm trying to get help, and I know you ain't got your shit all the way together, but I shouldn't see you on TV rolling around on the floor, foaming at the mouth, you arguing and sunning your wife who's 20 years younger than you. I mean, I'm jumping ahead in this episode, but I said what I said.
I don't know nothing about that man and his practice, so I can't speak on it.
Well, I will say this, and this is verifiable. This is not alleged. This is verifiable. Um, his whole office now is a teledoc. He does teledoctoring.
Mm,
So for me, that
okay.
tells a lot.
Hey, whatever keeps the lights on.
His Google reviews also is one, if not it's one of the lowest out of all the doctors.
Whatever keeps ribs in Sweet Tea's mouth.
Bravo.
All right. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get off that man business because I ain't got one of my own, so I'm gonna get off his business now. I clocked in. Listen, I ain't ashamed. I clocked into my job. I'm not the boss or the owner or the manager, so I clocks in.
Same.
But okay, so I forgot what this is about, but I said Contessa pretending she ain't know discussion was coming. I don't know what that. I don't remember what that was about. It clearly wasn't that damn important. Um, I would say this, and I know BB has a strong opinion on it, so I'm probably gonna key cackle. But I just find it so funny when Heavenly be mentioning these hoes marriages, especially knowing the fact that she guards her so much. And I think it's, like I said it before, I'm gonna say it on record. I think it's very smart for Heavenly and anyone on any reality show to not hide their marriage, but protect their marriage from reality TV, because we know reality TV tears more marriages up than fixes. So I think it's smart, but it's so funny seeing her make these comments about it when she's doing it in a comedic way, not when she's trying to tear them down, but when she's joking and it's clearly a joke. That I find that shit so funny. I do. I already know BB's trying to watch her tongue because she want to read that shit so damn bad. So we gonna move the fuck on so she don't say some shit that's gonna get me in trouble. Yes, stuff your face, bitch. Um, I, I'm gonna say this. Have you noticed, BB? Every time Phony Fei Fei, and I say that because I know she hates that name. Have you ever noticed that every time they go on some kind of beach or swim excursion, Phony Fei Fei always got to wear a bodysuit that shows off her store bought body?
She paid for it.
Well, she needs her
She
money
paid.
back.
She paid for it.
She need her money back.
Well, if I had invested in that and got my tummy whatever it is and my booty wherever it is, then I'd be showing it off too.
Your tummy done, your boobs done, your ass done, and
She paid for it. Or
and you
excuse me,
still look
Bravo
short.
paid for it. Her clients paid for it.
What
Traders paid
clients?
for it. Okay, Bravo paid for it.
We ain't seen that whole practice law and how many it says Bobby Brown. Oh, no,
Her
that's Sharonda.
funeral home paid for it.
Is it her funeral home?
Well, whatever. She get a check from it,
Does she?
allegedly. I can't talk about that lady's finances because I don't know.
But I'm tired of seeing Phony Fei Fei in a bodysuit. Girl, your body is not. Yeah, it's not given. It's not That's like me in a bodysuit. It's not given. And she looked like Baby Bop in them ill-fitted bodysuits. Girl, find you a good stylist. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm
Bitch, not baby bot. Good night.
You know she do.
My baby pop.
Okay, so now we have the good shit. So I'm gonna ask you a question before we get into your topic that you love to rant about with this episode. Phaedra says she don't that her and Rena Man never had sex. Do you believe that? Yes or no?
I don't believe that. I think they did.
I'm glad you told the truth.
I'm sure they did. Because I don't. Phaedra probably need a little.
I'm glad you told the truth. 'Cause I don't believe that shit either. I actually wrote that in my notes. Like I wrote my notes. Like, I don't believe the bitch. A ain't play with the thing with the emoji. She ain't pet the emoji. He ain't said meow to something. I don't buy it. I don't.
If that's what she needs to tell herself at night. All right, sis.
And we know the bitch a liar, so and that ain't a legend. We know
You
the bitch a
go.
liar, so
You gonna have at that, man. Thank you kindly. Hmm. I'm just gonna eat my sandwich. Hmm.
and you know what's so funny was Heavenly had made a comment. I forgot what the comment was, but Heavenly made a comment that was shading Phaedra after that comment. But I know I peeped that. I can't remember the comment. I if I'm gonna say I'm gonna do a voiceover if I replay it back, but I know I ain't gonna replay the shit back, and I know I ain't gonna do a voiceover. But she didn't realize the comment shaded Quad as well in her confessional, or maybe Heavily did know and didn't care. I don't know, but I peeped it.
Them girls be taking low key jabs at each other, and I'm here for it.
I'm all here for it. I'm definitely here for it when Heavenly Fade shades Quad, because I know those are they. I know 100% for sure those they real friends outside the show. So I feel like
Hmm.
with the exception of Napa Valley, I feel
Hmm.
like when Heavenly shades Quad, it's like a big sister, little sister shade. It's not meaning to hurt your feelings, which sometimes
Hmm.
it do, but it's not meant to.
Yeah,
It's really meant. It's like when I shade your ass, bitch. It's just for fun. It's just so we can laugh. It's just so we
it
got
ain't
something to
deep.
talk about.
I know it
Yeah,
ain't deep, and I know it ain't. You know what have you, and
right.
I love you to death. So that's why I don't cuss your ass the fuck out for real.
And you take your little shots too, and I laugh at them.
This is true. I can throw a dagger just as much as I can receive one.
Exactly, and you know my mind. If anyone reading this don't know anything about me, I am the one who will tell you if you gonna take a jab at me, bitch. That shit better be funny, cause I want to laugh even if it's at my expense. I won't make that shit better be funny as hell.
You
Cause
better cut me deep.
yes,
And y'all excuse me for chowing down on this sandwich. This motherfucker got good. You know how they eat a sandwich and they get good in the middle?
yes,
When that mayonnaise and that bacon and that turkey hit.
girl, you said
Okay.
bacon. You got me at bacon.
Love bacon.
Um. All right, so now we at the good part that I really like to talk about. So that is the little question game. Now before we get deep into it, because I did get, like I said, I did my research. I did my research, y'all. Heavenly did say that she had a lot of questions that really wasn't messy per se, but she changed it from what they used to do, where it was messy, because she was saying no, she admitted it was a little pointed, but
Okay,
she
I'm
did
listening.
change it. She
I'm
said,
listening.
last time she was like, on the past ones, it was specifically about each couple. Where this one was more so just generalized questions about things that happened within the group, within the circle. So it's still messy, but it's not messy for Heavenly. So one of the questions that I noticed was how many times basically how many times did y'all date or whatever. Whatever the damn question was. I don't damn know. Shit the fuck. And I found it so funny that Dr. Squeaky Voice tried to overcompensate how many times he dated his toddler wife. because you could tell he was overcompensating saying for his personal feelings about Quad bringing Adonis. I think his answer was something like 10 or something like that, and it just didn't make no sense because we all know the truth about the shit. He took her ass to Chuck E. Cheese 2 good times, and she's. This is why I don myself, baby Dr. Heavenly. This is exactly why. So we gonna move on. I'm gonna turn my fan off. I'm sorry if y'all hear my fan, but shit, I'm getting hot as hell in my bedroom. So
Quickly.
But what was funny about that question was none of the couples had the right answers. All of them was fucked up on the answer. I think the ones who got the closest was Steven and Dr. Mimi, who actually Dr. Mimi. Bravo, people! Can we get Dr. Mimi instead of Dr. Greg? Because I would like to know her more than I would like to know Dr. Greg. Bless you, sister.
Thank you.
But I would love to know her more than Dr. Mimi more. But Dr. Mimi, even they got it wrong initially, but in their confessional, they got it right together because apparently one of them, she said 4 dates and he said 5. And then in the confessional, she cleared that shit up with him because he said, apparently he told her their first date didn't count. But it was, but I ain't gonna get into them people because I don't know them people like that. I damn sure don't know sports, and I damn sure don't know Dr. Mimi in him. But I'm gonna give them the benefit of doubt. None of them knew the same answers. Do you know how long it took for y'all before y'all actually made it official? That was the question. It was something along the lines of how many days did y'all go on before you made it official, before you locked it down? Do you know the answer for your marriage?
Mm-hmm. I sure do.
Do you care to share it, or does that?
No.
Okay, cool.
That ain't your business, like that and like so.
Cool. We'll talk about it privately.
Yeah, I'll tell you privately, but I ain't gonna take you on here.
I received that. But that was interesting for me. It was kind of cute actually to see that none of them got it right. None of them.
Come on, Remy. Come on,
get
to it.
We getting it. Actually, that was my next thing. I cackled the most because Quad's ass was drunk as fuck. That bitch was drunk as fuck. So backstory on it before we get into it. It's not gonna make it any better, but it is gonna add a little context of why she was doing what the fuck she was doing. So apparently, Heavenly said on her Patreon that they were making her drinks extra strong. So, and it wasn't production. She didn't say it was production. She said it was the bartender. So what I think happened listening to Dr. Heavenly talk too damn much was production went over to the bartenders and said, this is Quad. We gonna put all these people together. We want a scene with Quad and Dr. Greg because we ain't get the reaction we want in the 2 seasons that they've been on here. So make her drinks extra strong and put her ass to work. Cause that bitch was drunk as fuck. Now
blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol.
Now it's funny you said that because that's what Heavenly mentioned. Heavenly was like, when she gave a lot of backstory on that whole sitting, and what we saw was not actually what happened. It was chopped and screwed a lot, according to Dr. Heavenly. And I'm gonna give Dr. Heavenly the benefit of the doubt because Heavenly has not lied yet that we know of about the messy shit.
Yet.
I mean, listen, I say yeah because even though I love Heavenly, everyone has the benefit of the doubt of lying. Once upon a time, I wouldn't have thought Phaedra would have lied.
After season 9 of Atlanta, we know she a damn liar.
That's what I'm saying. Before season 9, I would
Right.
never have said that Phaedra was a liar. Like I would say she's a lawyer, so you may not be able to trust every single thing. But I never would. But there was a time I would have said Phaedra ain't a liar.
Lawyer, liar, same thing.
It is. But again, outside of the courtroom when she's trying to defend her clients, I would have once upon a time said she's not a liar. She ain't gonna lie about shit.
Mm.
So yeah, that's why I say we don't know that Heavenly has lied about messy shit yet. But she said basically a lot of what actually happened was cut out. She actually said that, and we gonna dissect it. But she said a lot of the Quad talking to and about Sweet Tea and Greg. She was like Heavenly said Sweet Tea was laughing. She wasn't taking it. She wasn't taking it to heart, and she wasn't offended until I think Toya made a comment, or so, there was one pivotal moment that was well after the shit when the big blow up happened. Now, the big blow up happened during that sit down. That's when Sweet Tea kind of got irritated. But all the rest of the time, she was Heavenly said Sweet Tea was laughing with Quad. She was enjoying it. They were all having a good time. Now I will say Sweet Tea may have been enjoying it, but I kept peeping how the cameraman was so shady and kept panning over to Dr. Greg. And Dr. Greg was he was she also said he kept slinking down in his seat. He was mad as hell. Now this is my thing, and I'm gonna give you the floor because there's a lot you want to say. This is my thing, and I'm taking viewer out and putting myself in Dr. G, Quad, Sweet Tea, and Adonis's all their respective shoes. Greg, you a dummy, bitch. You a dummy, bitch. And this is why I say that, respectfully so. You knew what this show was about. You knew what you signed up for, and I low key think that you begged to be back on this show, and it was probably for vindication, but you were better off staying your ass off of it because you came back to her show, and I'm saying this Quad show, but I don't mean that Quad makes the show. I do not think that any one of those cast members make the show, but this was her show, respectfully, and you're in that sense of them two of Quad and Greg. You came back to her show for vindication with your new wife, and when you came back, you knew you as far as you knew she was single, and you came back rubbing Sweet Tea in her nose. I don't know how you thought this shit was gonna not get messy at some point or another. I don't foresee that. I think that's really stupid for you not to see that this shit was gonna get messy. Quad was still. I don't condone Quad's messiness. The petty side of me do, but the realistic side of me says Quad, you should have stayed. You should have stayed on the high road. But the petty side of me says Quad, get your life because he rubbed Sweet Tea in your nose every single chance he got. I mean, so I just Dr. Greg, your biggest vindication in my opinion would have been you stay your ass clear off that show. You get married to that 20-year-old woman, that 30-year-old, that 20 decade long age gap of a wife you got. Had her have one baby, and kept living your best life. This show don't do you no justice, Dr. Greg. Quad is kept. Quad needs the show. Greg, you really did not need the show. The show did more hard for you than it did. Whereas for Quad, the show brings her more than what she would do on her own without the show. That's my take. BB, go ahead and say your shit because I know you sitting patiently.
I'm just gonna play devil advocate for the moment, just for the moment.
Please do.
Greg's relationship with Quad may not be the same relationship he has with Sweet Tea. Okay?
I
Hold on.
hope not.
What Quad and Dr. Greg went through, they went through. Only them two know the true tea of what happened, what went down, yada yada. Okay? Not Heavenly's assumed commentary. We're gonna take her out of that for a moment. Greg moved on, married Sweet Tea, Letitia, whatever the fuck her name is. Excuse me.
Thirsty little girl.
They have their relationship. Okay. They are husband and wife. They
On
have
paper.
said vows. Hold on. They have said vows, committed to each other. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. That's their life now. You cannot say that
With
someone
this
is going to
child
be
bride.
the same person that he was when he married Quad, when he married Sweet Tea. We don't know that. We don't know. But what I do know, Quad is quite pressed and bothered by it. She may put on the facade, oh, I got a new man and this and that. And he takes good care of me, honey. And he gives me a new Rolls Royce rental every 6 months when, the new one comes out. And he's very good to me. But you don't know how Dr. Greg treats Letitia. Y'all only see a snippet. Hold on. You only see a snippet on the show. Okay, we don't know in real life. We don't know their business. But I'm gonna get off of that because I'm gonna get back on quad ass real quick. You moved on. You're in a much better place. You and your man talking about having babies. If that's your truth and that's your tea, why does it have to be thrown in somebody else's face? If you truly happy and moved on and this is not your story anymore. Again, her and Dr. Greg, well, Dr. Greg wanted kids. She didn't. Because
She ain't want it.
Quad, she didn't what the fact that she didn't want them with him, she didn't want them, period. Let's just be real. Quad couldn't handle, didn't want to have to handle a child and try to be on this platform and build a name for herself. A kid would have slowed her down, point blank in the period. So she used the excuse, and I think that's kind of what the fracture of their marriage happened is that he wanted children and she wasn't into that. Now, mind you, that being a big contention in your marriage, and now your ex is in front of your face talking about, oh yeah, we about to have babies, and if your wife get pregnant, I'm gonna throw her a baby shower, and it's gonna be fabulous, honey. Why would you even? I get the bitch was drunk, but a drunk man tells no lies. Your true feelings come out when you drunk, inebriated, high, whatever. But when you've been drinking, how you really feel comes out. She could not wait to throw all that shit with King and what's the name in his face. But again, if you're so happy, why do you feel the need to express that to everybody? Well, how many times y'all be having sex? Like 15 times a day. Now, I'm so sorry. I don't know anybody in here who lives in reality. There's no way in the shit you can fuck 15 times, 15 times in a day and still be productive,
Quick,
get
one correction.
work.
One
Mhm.
correction. She actually, it wasn't a day. It was 15 times a week. But that's still unrealistic. But that doesn't take away because I still think that I still don't quite believe it. I still don't believe she
Yeah,
fucked.
that's completely unrealistic because if he has a job and she ain't got no job. Well, if he has a job, because she ain't got no job.
That's bravo.
What
Yeah,
does she do?
bravo's a child.
What she do? I'll wait. If somebody can correct me as to what she does for a living, I'll recant my statement.
She does Bravo. She got her cookbook and her seasonings.
Oh, so she got Netta seasonings. Okay.
No, hers is
So
actually real.
mm,
Hers
where are
was
they
not. Hers
sold?
was not drop shipped.
Where are
Hers
they
was not.
sold? Where were they
Yeah.
sold?
I forgot the stores, but hers is her. I don't think it's actually in like Harris Teeter and Kroger's, but she
Hmm.
actually has actual seasons that actual people were able to buy and not have to spend $38 million and wait 365 years to get.
So they had to
Her,
order them from her. They weren't in a
it's
store.
it's I don't I said no, I don't know if they're in a store. I don't know. I haven't. I personally have not looked for them, but I have seen people
Okay.
who have said they have actually purchased. They've actually received actual, real, legitimate legitimate product from her for her
Okay.
season.
And if, again, if that's the case, okay, whatever. But realistically, there's 8 to 10 work hours in a week, in a day. 8 to 10 work hours, 8 to 10 work hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
40 hours, 70 hours, 60 hours a week. Anyways, that is not possible to be doing all that. Do I think that that was said to kind of throw a dagger at Greg and his wife?
Oh, it definitely
Yes.
was. It definitely was.
Do I think that Heavenly gave them the questions prior to this exercise to study and get their shit together? Yes, I do.
Correction. No, she heavily did not. This is what they
Mm,
did. Because production went and did the flashback of 5 minutes early, 15 minutes, or 5, 10, whatever minutes earlier.
mhm.
When Heavenly was asking the questions and everyone was going around telling their answers, Quad was over there whispering to Adonis saying, "How many times should we do it? Should we say we do it?" And they were whispering each other's answers. So that's why they had
But
all the same answers, because they were whispering to each other. So they
but
didn't know. I don't think they had the questions beforehand.
but again, to my point, if you're happy and this man makes you happy and you moved on from your past and prior life with your ex-husband, why do you feel the need to throw that shit in his face? Because as let's just be real, as a human, as a person, if you were in a relationship with somebody and somebody keeps goading you the way that they did, and people say, "Oh, well, Quad didn't go. Quad goaded that man." She goaded that man the entire fucking time. I'm so sorry for it. I'm so sorry to burst y'all bubble. She goaded that man. She goaded them into getting a reaction that production needed. Point blank and period.
This was definitely Quad's Get Back. That's what I should have named. That's what I really should have named this video. Quad's Get Back.
Yeah.
Cause it was her get back. I mean, now this is my thing. This is my thing. And now hear me out. I think it's warranted to a degree.
Okay.
To a degree. I think Drunk Quad did a lot. And I personally enjoyed it because it was funny to me. Like I laughed the entire time. But it was her get back because
Yeah.
again, Quad has been going through turmoil, whether it's justified or not. That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. She's been going through turmoil in this group, especially when it comes down to her ex-husband.
Self-inflicted.
Again, that's why whether it's warranted or not, that's a whole nother topic for another day.
All right.
But she's going through a lot with this group. I think whether taking out whether it's warranted or not, we all gotta admit that she's went through a lot within this group, and predominantly with her ex-husband. It has to been even harder to know that they fought so hard. All of her friends, definitely Heavenly, who's been the most vocal publicly at least,
Mm-hmm.
that they want him to come on with his new wife. Which I get when I can't speak for the women, but I know Heavenly
Shut
has
up.
always stated that she wanted him on there because it would secure Quad's position, which I agree.
Yeah, because she ain't married. They're married. But all right.
Well,
I'll let it go. I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
no,
At one
what you
point,
said is true. What you said
at
is
one
true.
point she was. At one point she was. At one point, Quad felt like she was bigger than the show.
Yeah,
Got on Sister Circle, denounced the other girls from the cast because my true sisters are her Sister Circle sisters.
right. So
And
I think there's definitely truth to that. But I mean, I
yeah,
think that plays a part in it too, because the season where Anila's last season, I think that was season 9. It was alleged that Quad was actually let go. She was fired.
yeah, yeah.
So, and they brought her back as a
Oh,
last ditch
hold on,
effort.
hold on, hold on, babe. Hold on, babe. Hold on, babe.
So, well, we gonna keep talking while she handles some business. But see, that season they brought her back for like mid-season or something like that, as like kind of like a friend of the show. Um, but they brought her back because of Heavenly. Heavenly has been Quad's biggest lifeline on this show. Um, so, with that being said, it was kind of funny because that's when Heavenly took it publicly, where I think the other women were privately campaigning for Greg to come back to the show because he been wanting to get back on the show. He had been saying, again, I don't know about publicly, but at least amongst their circle, he wants to be back on the show. He wants to get back on there and be a castmate again. So Heavenly openly said, I want to back because you can't have a storyline with Dr. Greg and his new wife without Quad, and there's truth to it. I mean, I think they could have did it without Quad. They definitely could have did it without Quad. But it definitely brought, with Quad on there, it brought a whole different demeanor. It brings a whole different aspect, a different storyline, the whole nine with Quad there. So I definitely think so. It's all three of them need each other, especially now because Quad could stay on there by herself, like we shown her not needing Greg.
Okay, sorry, love.
You good, baby?
I had to.
Yeah. What's understood and don't need to be discussed. Period. But I don't know if you caught what I said, but basically to catch you up really quickly, it was basically season. I'm gonna say season 9 because I think that was the season it was. Mm-hmm. They initially fired Quad's ass and they brought her back mid-season, kind of like a friend of the show. Yeah. Thanks to Heavenly.
Yeah.
And that's when Heavenly started openly campaigning for him to come on as a way to make sure Quad at the time still had a storyline because the girls weren't really fucking with her. The only one who was really fucking with her was Heavenly. And Heavenly's like, I need Quad. I can't do this shit without Quad. Yeah. And I agree with that. Because again, I feel like Married to Medicine, what sets Married to Medicine apart from all the other Bravo shows, white, black, whatever, is this ensemble is one of the only shows on Bravo Network that has almost the entirety of all the OGs.
Yeah.
And it only works with the OGs. I feel like if you shake and me and you've had this discussion because you feel like they need a cash shakeup. I don't feel that way because
yes, wardrobe change. Yes, honey.
I don't feel that way because I feel like it would change the dynamics. What I think they should do is they need to do a revamp of like Married to Medicine Los Angeles, where they get another franchise, but actually find a cast like Atlanta and what I mean by that is find a cast in another city that actually have real friendships in real life.
But can I tell you, I actually liked Married to Medicine LA.
I did too. I loved it. I was sad when it was canceled.
And I liked it over the Atlanta one. Because it just felt a little bit, it was refreshing to watch. I will say that. It was refreshing in the sense that
they weren't hip to the TV game.
Right.
Well, I wouldn't say that I liked it more than the Atlanta cast. I liked it differently.
Okay.
And a lot of it mirrors what you're saying. Like I love, like I said, I'm gonna read down both of them. Like Married to Medicine Atlanta, I love it because again, like I said, it's one of the only shows, and to add on, it's a black show, right? That has almost all but one of their original cast members. I even include Dr. Heavenly as an OG because she was there for season. She
came in for.
No, she came in season 2, but she was around during season 1. She just hadn't signed the contract.
Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. I
Yeah,
thought
like
she
if you
sure
watch
was.
a lot of the season one, like the fight with Mariah and Toya, Heavenly was
Hmm.
at that party
One of
at
my
the
favorites.
last, yeah, at the last one, at the last cast scene. A lot of those cast scenes, Heavenly was in there, was at those parties, and she was actually even on camera. She just hadn't signed the contract to be contract with Bravo.
Got you.
So
Okay, that
yeah,
makes sense.
so that's why I do still count Dr. Heavily as a OG from season one. The contractual part of it, I mean, that's just semantics in my book because she just ain't signed the paper. But we see in this reality world how that don't really mean shit. But it's
Yeah.
yeah, like but yeah, so with Atlanta, it's one of the only ones that has survived 11 years with only losing, unfortunately losing one cast member due to
Yeah.
bullshit. Um, but they're the only ones that you could actually say, with the exception of Quad, who I guess, I mean, it may be different now, but she started to do better now this year of
Hmm.
hanging out with them more. It can still be miles better, but she's, I mean, hey, at this point, take it as we get it.
Yeah.
But you know, they all hang out for the most part together, even when the cameras are not rolling. They all look, and even when they're talking about, even down to messy ass Heavenly, you can tell like they do care about each other to some degree. So I love that. So I don't think it needs to be shaken up. I think they need to do I think it needs to be one big powerhouse addition. Well, I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two.
They
One of
need to
them,
have a come to Jesus meeting.
yeah,
Like, I mean, but some, I don't know. It gets to the point where the
they're too serious.
drama, yeah, it's too manufactured, if that makes sense.
It does.
And it's almost like you're gonna, the outcome of this. You know what I mean? Like, even the trailers are like, all right, so we're gonna have a kumbaya the first half. Shit gonna get a little messy because somebody said something that somebody didn't like. Then there's gonna be a brawl, and then we all gonna low key make up, and then we get to the reunion, and then we gonna rehash the shit. But it's like, and I think that's part of what happened to Atlanta. Atlanta became, it was too much of
You
a
talk about Housewives, right?
yes, it became a script. We all gonna come together in the beginning. Somebody gonna say some shady shit mid-season. We're gonna repeat what the shady shit was. Everybody's gonna get into it. We're gonna have a brawl, a fight, a confrontation. Then we're gonna low key make up, and then we get to the reunion, and we just gonna rehash the shit again. It's
Right.
like it has to be something else, something different, something to keep viewers because, like I said, with Atlanta, we caught on to that. We caught
Yeah.
on. Okay, oh, all right. Here we go with this trailer. That's why that new trailer wasn't received the way that it was. And that's what I said
Lackluster.
about the Married to Medicine trailer too. It's like, all right, so there's going to be a fight.
This is my thing with.
But then my other thing on that real quick is y'all are doctors. You are medical professionals. Why the
Mhm.
hell are y'all on reality TV acting this way? We already talk bad about us as a people. So you just gonna take your tail on this show and show your ass. And that's my other thing about Heavenly. Not too many people get the opportunities or get the become doctors. They reach their goal of becoming a doctor. There's not that many dentists here in the world. I'm sure
Right.
there are, but you know what I'm saying?
I get
But
what you're saying.
you have a platform to bring awareness to gum disease and things like that, things that actually affect and plague the black community. But your ass in here being messy and stirring up shit and producing shows, and you kind of taken away from what your practice is about. Remember, Married to Medicine first started, and Dr. Jackie is the only one, I will give her this, that has brought awareness and some type of education towards women, fertility, gynecology, and things like that. When I think of Married to Medicine, okay, I'm thinking, okay, this is a show about doctors and how they are. So in real life, Heavenly, you just goddamn messy. You
I
just like
will
to talk
say,
shit and stir up shit and cause people not to like each other and go after, like, that just makes me look at you different as a person. And I don't understand. I see how their business thrives because they're on TV.
so
But
I will say though, I do I do miss the aspect of they would do, and it was Jackie and there was a couple other of them. Like Simone did it one year, Eugene did it for the during COVID. I do
yeah.
miss them doing like the awareness trips where like the one year when they went to, I think it was Jamaica or one of those islands,
Yes.
and they had the health screening during their trip. I do miss that, and maybe that's what we're missing. So
Yeah.
I do miss that. I don't, but however, that's why I don't think we need to change the cast up. I do think some people need to go,
Yeah, the direction of the show needs to change because it's getting to a low place at this point.
but
Because it's getting to a place where, and I'm sorry, y'all may have y'all difference of opinion of Sweet Tea. Y'all may call her a fan, y'all call her whatever, but grown ass women should not be bullying this woman.
this is my thing with Sweet Tea, and I'm gonna be very very honest, and I'm gonna be very candid. I'm gonna put my personal feelings aside. Sweet Tea came on as a fan of the show, and I say that based off of her actions.
Okay.
Um, she came in as a fan of the show, but the problem with Sweet Tea is, and it's a lot of the fans are saying it. And I think a lot of the people, a lot of the viewers are very wise in their assessment. The problem with her is she doesn't fit in with the group. This
Yeah.
is not the group for her. She should have been on
Okay.
Housewives of Atlanta, where they're used to a younger a younger crowd,
The
because the whole
beautiful
thing.
ones are over there.
The what?
The beautiful ones are over there with the flat waists and the big booties and the
I mean, I agree with you.
Mhm.
I
But
agree with you.
she is a doctor's wife, so Married to Medicine is where she
No, I
should
mean,
be.
no, I get
I
she
get
does
you.
have actual ties
Yeah.
to the medicine, but I'm just talking about like just in general, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I
Sweet
get
Tea
you.
does not belong in this group of friends.
Mm-mm.
She's too young, and it
Yeah.
shows every time she opens her mouth. It's too young. Like the
Yeah.
constant jabs at their age. These old bitches, they just old. They just old. Like,
They jabbing at her age.
well,
But at
I mean,
least
we
she's
could.
keeping it. But at least she's keeping it at the age and not other things, unlike
But this
other
is,
people.
yeah. Well, this is well, no, she takes a lot more jabs. She takes a lot more jabs. The thing is with her jabs just don't hit as hard as Heavenly's. I'll say this, and I can relate to it because I also, BB, because you know my mouth.
Yeah.
We're not gonna say it on live, but
Yeah.
the thing with Heavenly is, and this is another reason why I say me and Heavenly's surroundings and upbringing um has a mirror a lot. Heavenly knows how to effortlessly hit you at the core. And I don't even think at this point, I don't think she knows, and quite frankly, I don't think she gives a
She
damn.
don't. She don't.
But
Because
I think,
how many times Jackie gonna tell her though?
well,
And you keep repeating the same behavior. So
that well,
what's mental illness? Keep repeating the same shit
that
over and
well,
over. But all right.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna take it back, and I'm gonna go back and say my thought.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it. I'm taking it back. Jackie is instigating the shit behind the scenes.
Oh yeah,
It
Jackie.
does.
Oh yeah. If y'all don't know, Jackie is the puppeteer, honey. She's the one going like this because real quick, and I'm gonna throw it right back to you. How else would Heavenly know about a check that Phaedra did or did not write unless Jackie told her?
Oh, that was on the show. They showed it. They showed her talking to her, Heavenly, and Simone about that shit
That's
on
what I'm
the show.
saying. So why are you talking about this other woman? There you go, Jackie telling somebody else's personal business yet again. Justice for Buffy, okay? Justice for Buffy. Go ahead, Emma. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm gonna say it. We gonna segue off of that, but Justice for, I mean, like, on the Buffy situation, that's different. I ain't touching that. I ain't touching that because my ovaries are made of clay. But this one she don't need justice for, because justice for Phaedra, because that check situation, that was a check that Phaedra gladly put out there. That was a check Phaedra moment, and I think that was even from Bravo when they was checking the fuck out of Phaedra, because Phaedra talked too damn much and she don't follow up on none of her lies. But anyways, moving off that, back to Sweet Tea. Sweet Tea, I get where Sweet Tea gets frustrated, but Sweet Tea came in all wrong.
She did. She
And
did.
that's why a lot of the women, including Jackie, like put her in that little girl place,
Mm-hmm.
because you came in the group wrong. I they
Yeah.
she should I don't think she should have came in kissing their ass.
Right. That was gonna be my next point.
I don't think that, but she came in like she was already accepted into the inner circle, and it's like, don't kiss their ass, but girl, but you still have to have some awareness that these women have all been friends for
For
over 10
years.
years.
Yeah. Yeah.
You not just gonna come in and automatically be, hey
Your
sister
husband,
girl.
your husband was a part of that.
Right,
But not you, your husband.
right. And then you also got to, there's layers to this also, because then you also
Yes.
gotta realize, whether they're on the outs with her or not, they're still friends with his ex-wife, who is still very much in the
Right.
fold, in the circle. So their
Right.
allegiance is already to Quad.
Right.
You have one or two things. You come in this group and say, listen, I understand that y'all allegiance is to Quad. I'm not trying to stifle that. I'm not trying to get in the middle of it. I just want to find my footing with you ladies, because y'all are colleagues to my husband. Y'all are
Yeah.
friends to my husband. And I know me and Quad gonna have to bump heads at some point. So, just let us have our moment when we have it. Or you could come in like you did, which was, I don't give a damn fuck, and I don't think she said it, but F that and F, I don't think she said that like that, but that's the vibe she gave to me.
Quad used Phaedra as a way
I
to
think they
get,
both use each other, Phaedra and
well,
Quad.
Quad used Phaedra as a way to get back relevant on the show by Phaedra bringing that girl her bridal shower. Point blank and period. Them other women was getting to know Pusha T. She they could have formed their own opinion. They're getting to know her too. That was not the setting to bring Quad into, because Quad has already got the girls pissed off at that point. They were
Mm.
already not feeling Quad, and for Quad to show up, why would you want to go to your ex-husband's new fiance's bridal shower anyway?
So, and
I
me,
mean, again, but if you're happy and you're in a happy place and you've
well,
moved on,
well, and that's it. She won't have it at that point.
well, she ain't happy now.
I think she moved on past Greg. I really do. I feel like she's been over Greg. I feel like she was over Greg before the marriage was even in the divorce proceedings. If I'm being honest, I think is that.
Okay.
But I think with Quad, and I won't say that I necessarily 100% fully
Yeah.
agree, but I think, even though she's moved on, I think this was her moment to get back. This was her moment to finally shut him up, since you see how I think she's seen how much more so Sweet Tea, and she said it publicly, but Greg said it put the battery in her back.
Okay.
I think that Quad just got tired of the jabs and the poking and the prodding. While Quad did not do all of the right steps, Quad pretty much tried to, at some level, which is debatable, to try to keep it things cordial adjacent.
Not when she's giving Heavenly the information that she needs to mollywop her every 5 minutes. I'm
Well,
gonna
that's why I
let
said that's why I chose my wording.
I'm gonna let Heavenly do all the shit talking. Excuse me, all the shade, and I'm gonna sit back like, oh girl, ooh, like that whole thing between Heavenly and Pusha T is unnecessary.
You are killing me with this name. I love it. Don't change it. I love it. Unless you think of something even more funny. Unless, if you think of something more funny, then change it. But otherwise, don't change. I like it. But I mean, this is my thing. Like I said, I'm picking my words real carefully because BB, you know, we've had this conversation many times. But you know, I think Quad is happy. I think she is past Greg. I think Greg is not past her, and it shows every time he interacts on this show. And I think Bravo. I think it's more so Bravo is being very petty by highlighting it. Um, and Heavenly is doing is coming through with the assist to highlight the shit.
But again, why go after this girl? The girl ain't get and to be
I don't even think it's
completely
about
honest
Sweet Tea. I don't
and
even think it's about Sweet Tea.
being devil's advocate, that girl ain't did shit to Quad.
I don't think it's about Sweet Tea. I think it's about Greg because everything that Sweet Tea says is, and I don't care what nobody says, everything that comes out of Sweet Tea's mouth is Greg's words related through a semi unintelligent young lady.
Well, then you gotta let her make come to that realization on her own.
Oh,
That's
I
her
agree.
husband.
I
That's her
agree.
husband, and she drank the Kool Aid. So
And
yeah,
she gonna learn the hard way because we see at the end of this episode this week that Greg ain't changed his spots.
well, but there's only so much someone can take. You sitting there goating me the whole time, and then you gonna have this big Amazon nigga step in and try
Well,
to fight me because I mean, at some point, let's just be real. At some point, you only gonna let somebody pick at you for so long.
with what you just said though, that could be used as a defense for Quad too, because last season Quad was by herself and kept being poked and prodded. It won't as bad last season. This season was got a lot worse with the poking, but I mean you could say the same shit for Quad though.
I'm sorry if my husband's ex-wife showed up in my bridal shower, but you already know I'm a little different
Oh yeah, you
than
would not have
Peppa
been you
T.
would not have been a super fan
Because
telling
baby,
telling her come sit down next to you.
the way I would have threw that fucking vase upside her damn head, bitch, it's up. You in the wrong place, bitch. What's good?
Yeah.
I
Yeah, I mean,
would.
like I said, you know, we first of all, we do not condone violence. Look where we at, bitch. Look where we at, bitch.
Oh, oh. Yes, we do not condone violence.
Look where we at. Thank you. Um, but you know,
Run up and get done up.
look where we at, bitch.
Oh, sorry.
But it would be different. But you know, again, but you know, both sides can use the same argument because
Yeah.
while I think Quad had been quiet for so long, publicly, I
Yeah,
say publicly.
publicly she's been quiet because she's given Heavenly all the ammunition that she needs to goat this girl.
I don't even think Heavenly needs any ammunition from Quad because Heavenly been in the mix. Heavily messy ass been in the mix without Quad's assist.
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
Heavenly. This is the thing with Heavenly, and I noticed this with Heavenly. I don't know what Heavenly sign is. I'm gonna look that up later, and and we'll talk about that on our next time we talk about these hoes. Probably next week or something like that. I don't know. I'll figure this shit the fuck out.
But we got
But
Super Bowl this weekend, so there ain't no new show this weekend. It's not
okay,
till
well
the
in 2 weeks.
16th.
Well in 2 weeks. Well maybe we'll push Potomac for next week. Anyways, we'll talk about that later. Um Heavenly has been in the mix with Greg, and we all know that Heavenly has self-imposed herself as the bone carrier villain of the franchise.
She's a Scorpio, bitch.
That makes a lot of sense.
She's a Scorpio. It makes complete sense now.
I mean, so
Oh.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So,
Mm.
but I mean, heaven, and it also makes sense that Heavenly is taking this role on herself because, honestly speaking, you if we being realistic, as much as we would love a show where everyone gets along and everyone's doing great things for with each other for the community, that does
Mm.
not make good TV, and they asses would have been canceled a long time ago.
Yes. Yes.
So Heavenly is very intelligent. Well, she's very intelligent, but she's definitely more intelligent in the sense of she knew what the assignment was.
Yeah.
Get in there, cause some drama, act stupid, and apologize. So why I think now I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna stand on it. Heavenly should be the only one besides producers who are producing the show.
Well, to be honest, who gives her the pointers to do what she needs to do.
Yeah, Jackie is, but will help
Oh
us along.
no, I'm talking about as far as production. Her good
Oh
sis
yeah.
Carlos,
Oh yeah, of course. Of course. They just had an event. It was either last night or the night before last. Um,
because
they
let
had
me
one.
tell you, that man got his hands everywhere
Mm-hmm.
because he was at a party with Heather Gay from Salt Lake City. So even though he ain't on Bravo, he's still producing on Bravo.
Yes, he is. Like I said, him and Heavenly just had a live event. I can't remember. It was sometime in the past couple of days. If it wasn't
Mhm.
last night. And but now this is the funny thing, and this is why I also why I also stand that Heavenly should be the only one besides production producing the show. Heavenly just dropped some real big tea in sense of viewership. And anyone who knows Bravo never drops new episodes around Grammys and Super Bowl.
Right.
This episode that dropped during the Grammys, they had one of their all time record high viewerships.
Yeah, because this shit is messy. I mean, because okay, they built it up.
Mm-hmm.
This was a built up episode. They know in planning, they know they got to get the attention somewhere. Now, I almost missed the queen getting her award
Sympathy Award.
because I was watching Potomac. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. I was toggling back and forth, and I just so happened to turn when they said Cowboy Carter. I was like, oh
I'm gonna
shit.
shut up because the Beehive is not gonna come after me.
Oh, I was saying I am a part of the Beehive. I will stand with the Queen. Let's fight. What's up? What's good? I love me some Queen Bee. Regardless of what y'all got to say, the girl is she entertains me. Thank you kindly.
The album did not deserve that.
I just want to be known that these opinions do not reflect that of Miss BB. Those are New
They
Burst's
mine and mine
leading
only.
lady,
They mine and mine
aka
only.
Remy's. They do not belong to me. I am a
They mine and mine
stan.
only. She did not deserve that not for the album. Not for that album. She has other albums that was way more worthy. I do think she had.
Lemonade should have gotten album of the year. I will fight you on that.
I'm gonna tell you
That
my three, and then we gonna get off Beyonce because this ain't about that whole.
6, 7.
I can see Lemonade, the Beyonce album with the visuals, or Renaissance. One of them three, any one of them three could have won it, and I would have been very much content. And said, "Go on, sis, you earned it, you deserved it."
Mhm.
This album, it wasn't bad, it wasn't horrible, but it didn't deserve it. I'm gonna say that, and I'm gonna get off that shit because moving back onto these hoes for Married to Medicine.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, they had the highest viewerships, which is hard. I don't even think Housewives of Atlanta in its prime did better than the Grammys. So they're doing something right. They're doing something right.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm still not a fan. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I watch sporadically. I watch only because Remy asked me to, but I ain't been a fan of Married to Medicine since Mariah left because
So we gonna try to end this up because we've been on here for like an hour and 40 minutes. So y'all got a lot of content from us. Okay. We gave y'all gold here, bitches. So run this shit the fuck up. Like, subscribe, share it. Tell your mama and your baby daddy who don't do nothing else for your ass to go and watch this and share it to his friends or baby daddies who ain't shit too. Okay, how about that? But anyway, I'm gonna ask this question and then we gonna wrap this shit the fuck up because I think we hit a lot of the meat and potatoes of the whole shit.
Mhm.
BB, I'm gonna let you spearhead this answer first, and then I'm gonna come through with the assist. If you are production and you are making changes to the show to make it better, what would that be? Whether it's cast changes or scenery changes, what any changes you would make in general?
I would first start with the cast. because there's got to be other doctors. There's other doctors in Atlanta. There are other doctors and doctor wives in Atlanta. Okay. Um, I would start with the cast. I would definitely change the look of the show. I would change the direction of the show. People watch reality TV to see your lives, to see, interactions. Like we talk about this loosely about Giselle and her daughters. A lot of people like to see Jizzy with her kids. They like the interactions between her and her children. So why not have more interaction between these doctors working, home life, their kids and etc. But we're getting these doctors fighting over relationships that ain't got nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? I would change that. Definitely production and cast. I would get not necessarily some new, like younger. When I say new, I mean younger
Right.
cast. I would definitely get a good mix of male doctor, female doctors, and bring them to the cast and see how they interact with their spouses. Send them on more positive things like trips where they have activities where they can get to know each other and how they interact that way. But all this messiness and that, my opinion, y'all love her. Quad got to go, and Sugar T got to go, and Squeaky G got to go.
Well,
Get
if you get rid of Thirsty, then Squeakers is gone too.
Yeah, you got to get because we tired of that storyline. That's going to be their storyline now till the show's canceled again. It's just it's a reoccurring thing, and it's not even cool anymore. It's boring at this point because we know what's gonna happen. We know what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna show up with a fake boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, and then they all gonna be back into it again. Um, keep Contessa off and her husband. I like them, but keep them off because Contessa ain't some gone, some gone, some wrong. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. Contessa need to go. Simone needs to go because she done lived out her storyline. She a doctor. Her husband cheated. They went through their little stuff. They got back together. Their kids in college.
They're
Your
in the past.
story's wrapped up. Done. Jackie, same thing. Cecil went out there and tipped and dipped and
Curtis.
Curtis, Lord, I get him confused. They married to the same damn person, but I'll leave that alone. That's a whole nother conversation. But I feel like Jackie need to go. Toya needs to go. What is her storyline exactly? That they buy a house every 3 years, or every year they got a new house,
Every year they got a new house that they
and
claim
then
they
we
they
get to hear
flipped.
about her and Eugene having. I'm tired.
Yeah, her storyline is always we in debt because we got to buy a new house because we couldn't afford the one that we filmed in, and I got a new Birkin, so I'm having a baby shower for it because I
And
finally
we
got
like
my
to do
first
it.
one.
That's not our
We have
business.
sex all the time. I wish my husband's emoji would get bigger. I want to know all about my son's sexual excursions.
Nasty. You know what I'm saying? Girl, no, no. Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm sorry. That's all I got on that. I would change. That's what I think would change. Just revamp the whole cast. I'm sorry.
Okay, so for me, I wouldn't change the cast. Well, I wouldn't change all of the cast. So I would cast wise. I would keep the OGs. I would. Phaedra gotta go. You have not. Excuse me. You have not paid your way yet. And Quasi kept Phaedra, you not gonna pay your way. You gonna keep coasting by as long as they let you. Go ahead, go play with housewives on the Titanic as you called it. Go play with them. You got to go. Sweet Tea, you and Squeakers got to go because y'all bring absolutely nothing to the table. Y'all bring nothing. You are boring. You're predictable. And for y'all, this to be y'all second season, y'all are this predictable. You got to go. Quad, you got Quad. You got you. I don't want to get rid of you, Quad. But if you're not gonna clock in fully to work, you got to go. Bring Drunk Quad. If Drunk Quad come to work every damn day, I will keep you front and center. You will be that. You will be in the cast photo and everything because Drunk Quad is life. I love Drunk Quad. I think Drunk Quad is very messy, but
Yes.
it's fun. It's fun and it's funny and it's light and I love it. And I would even bring Mariah back. I'm not a Mariah fan. Anyone who knows me know I couldn't stand Mariah and her messy ass mama. But I would bring her back because I would at this point in time I think it would be a more humbled Mariah, and a humble Mariah is actually a decent Mariah. I didn't like the whole Mariah, the whole big headed Mariah talking about y'all need to bow down to me. That I didn't like that one. But when Mariah's humble, I like her. I like that version of Mariah. So bring that Mariah back. Get rid of Contessa because Contessa, you have no storyline without Heavenly. And you boring. You shown us that you weak in the sense of you gonna get mad at everybody but the person you need to be mad at, which is your husband, who don't treat you right allegedly according to what we seen on the TV screen. So y'all got to go. Um, I do wish that I would also change that we do need that it would be mandatory that every cash trip that we fund for you guys, because we know y'all ain't funding it yourself. That so everyone that we fund, you have to do some kind of World Health organization type thing. Give out shots. Do the blood pressure crap again. Go give them free COVID vaccines. Something that will give back to the health community, preferably the black people, because that's really what I care about is the black people. But the white people can get it too. They just gotta wait in line. And if you voted Republican, then you can't come to the cast and stuff. You got to go ask the Orange Man. Um, I would also tell them that the only one who can really produce the show is Heavenly. If you're not Heavenly, don't produce the show. Leave it to production because it does get to be too much